Hi, welcome to the video. So today I'm going to teach the exercise from here. It's a Paul Gilbert column from 1990. I'll go ahead and play it first. I'm going to take some liberties with the rhythm. Originally it's written as just all even 16th notes. But then I'll play it slower with the even notes. And I'll show the tab both for how he wrote it and also how I wrote it up in a key that might be easier for you to play if you're not comfortable in B flat, which is what he originally wrote it in. So I'm going to go ahead and play it in G. Uh, Okay, so that's the idea, the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and read what he says on it first. So this was a time period when he was playing with Mr. Big. He'd already been with Racer X, and just a personal note, he was one of my instructors when I was at G.I.T. He was a teacher there, and I used to go to his open counseling sessions. So what he wrote on this is, so the title of the column is Kung Pao Triple Garlic Flaming Hell Chicken. Is incredibly fast and terrifying stuff still hip? And remember, this is 1990. That's a tough one. It isn't always easy to figure out what is hip. Maybe a better question would be, are there any situations where incredibly fast and terrifying stuff would sound really cool? There are. Once in a while, if it's done right, some of those musical jalapenos can be the perfect spice, but don't try it with musical cornflakes. Here's one of my favorite incredibly fast picking licks. If you play it cleanly, it will also be terrifying. By the way, this month's title is intended to make a comparison between spicy food and scary guitars. I'm not referring to a style of playing such as chicken picking. Only 2 strings are used for this entire piece. There's a good deal of left-hand position shifting, and all the shifts are done with the first finger. I use alternate picking for the whole thing. Now, when I was playing it, I was using economy picking. It works out that, let me just sidetrack for a second. So if you look at my tab of this, and this is, again, written in the key of G. His was written in the key of B flat. The reason I wrote it in G was I thought that it's, anyways, let me first say this. So the economy picking, basically there's 2 spots. When you do string changes, you'll do two downstrokes in a row or 2 upstrokes in a row. And it ends up, you don't have to change anything for those to line up correctly. So you can either alternate pick it just straight down ups, or you can use economy picking. The reason I switched it to key of G was I'm a firm believer in that if you're trying something new, you should do it in a key that you're comfortable in. He had written in B flat, which if you're a jazz player, you probably feel pretty comfortable with, but if you're a rock or metal player, you probably haven't played it as much. So most of my exercises I usually write in the key of C or G, because those are the most common ones used in your popular styles of music, such as rock, pop, metal, etc. So that way, if you have something down and you're comfortable with it, then try it in other keys that you may be less comfortable with it. That way you're not trying to learn 2 things at once, a new key or a key you're not as comfortable with and a new lick. Anyways, so let me go on with what he's saying on here, because he gives some good tips in here as we go on. So make sure that the synchronization between your hands is perfect before you try to speed up. This is also a great exercise for improving the tone of your picking. I've always found the E and B strings the hardest to control, especially when using distortion, which is most of the time, of course. I recommend trying this first with a clean sound or unamplified. Really whack the strings. This develops strength in conviction. After this feels comfortable, try using distorted sound, picking lightly and evenly. Using just the very tip of the pick really helps too. So ways describing at the end, picking lightly and using the tip of the pick, that's going to give you your speed. That's going to give you your efficiency. You may have noticed that the time signature is 9/8. I noticed this too. I would hope so since you wrote it. And wasted no time putting these sequences into an unaccompanied solo. Also, I've grouped the notes as they're accented as 4 plus 4 plus 4, 4 plus 6. So he's basically saying he put them into groupings of 4/16 notes for the first 3 groupings and then 6 for the last one, which gives you the total of 18 16th notes. So you can go and take a look at this. That way, if you do want to try in B flat, you can go and try this. the fingerings are pretty straightforward. It's pretty much just staying in your standard scale fingerings and then shifting twice in each lick. Once to start it off when you start a new lick and once in the middle. All the shifts are done on the first finger. Okay, so anyways, he said he puts in the 4-4-4-6 rather than the more common 6-6-6 groupings. Now, the 6-6-6 is referring to if he's doing 16th notes in 9/8 time. And remember, 9/8 time is just 9 beats per measure with the 8th note equaling beats. So when he's putting 16th notes in, it's 2 notes per beat in this. Then he says, good luck, thank you, see you soon, P.S. Yes, the rumors are true. In Atlanta, Georgia, in front of 15,000 people, I got a power drill stuck in my hair. Good and tight, too. You know, he was always really funny when he was a teacher and did crazy things like the power drill with picks attached as a way to supposedly pick faster, though I don't think he needs any help picking fast. So anyways, that's the gist of that. Let me go ahead and play through this slow, and right before I do that, I'll go ahead and show you it written in G in case you want to try it this way. And this is on my Patreon page. You can download it for free and print it out, so you don't have to worry about screenshotting it or something like that. Basically, all my stuff for all my videos are on my Patreon page, and they're always free and open, though you can become a member for just $1 a month, so I'd love it if some of you guys also became members. But I'll always keep everything available for everyone. So let me go and play through the slow ones. So basically and there's the pattern, and then when you start the pattern over, you're going to shift on the first finger again. And then you shift in the middle of it at this point. And then I'm starting over again. So as you can see, I'm pretty much using pretty standard fingers. Then I'm just going to reverse direction and start coming up with the same pattern. And now the shift moves forward. And of course, now ending here, if I shifted one more time, I'd be back to the beginning. So you could create in this cycle. And you know, I just learned this the past couple days myself after I was looking through some of my old stuff. I picked this out because I like to show things that are more obscure. If it's a popular song or something, then there's probably already a tab available. There's probably dozens of videos available. But since this is from a magazine that's 33 years old, I figured that there probably wasn't anywhere else online that had this posted. And that's what I look for. I look for things that come from personal handouts I've gotten from instructors or from kind of obscure sources that people probably haven't seen when I'm doing someone's famous licks. But most of my content is my own stuff. Anyways, another thing to mention, that this can be moved to any set of strings, of course. So if I want to, and I can put in any key. So if I want to play it, put in C major and go any fret, doesn't matter. And then I could move it down, or I could, if I wanted to, when I'm doing something like that, I could shift it to another string. So I could just go down one more string and then start over on that position. At any point I could shift and start going the other direction. So you'll experiment with it, create your own variations, or just take a little chunk out of it. So maybe take that little chunk of and then take and move that and move it through the neck in different combinations, or the little piece at the end where it's going and then just do the shift. Or anyways, experiment with it, make it your own. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. All that stuff helps me get viewed by more people. Thanks.